What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the stream. Hope everyone is well. I am always tired because that is my role in life, especially since today at physical therapy, we made a lot of breakthroughs, as in they tried to break me thoroughly and thoroughly by adding ankle weights and other fun things. They did that last time, but they actually added more weights today. They're like, yeah, you're doing pretty well, so we're going to kick you up on everything. So I did like a bike to mile and a half in 9 minutes. Doing like leg lifts with like 5-pound ankle weights. Yeah, it got pretty rough, but it's all good. So I was trying to think, what can I stream tonight? I'm trying to think of what I could possibly do. Since I finally got the stuff going through for my Elgato, I had to call them up again today. I was like, hey, you guys didn't give me an actual return number, just a UPS shipping label, so you just get my unit back and then you gotta sit out and go, well, sorry, we don't have it anymore. You know, you shipped it to us, but we don't have a tracking number to get back to you. Bye. So, I had to call them up, angrily got that. So, I'll be sending back to them tomorrow, get a new replacement. So, someday I can get back to streaming consoles and get back to my Second Chances stream, which has games on the list like El Shaddai, God of War, the new one for PlayStation 4, Spider-Man, Infamous, Second Son, lots of fun stuff. But today, we're going to be playing some Viewtiful Joe. It's actually a game I was thinking like, well, when did the last time I played this? Seemed like it was really recently. Last time was almost 9 months ago, so it's been some time. I know you're looking at a black screen. Just a second. Dolphin. Here we go. Alright. So we're going to play this game. It's a lot of fun. I've never played the second one. For whatever reason. I have it. I've just never got around to playing it. So maybe we'll do that tonight. No guarantees. We're definitely doing the first game. Look at that, started up. Way too loud. Sorry if your eardrums were ruptured on that one. Wow. Emulator does not like that little intro. Team Viewtiful. Hey, it's Wallace. Yeah. 24-hour play of the entire GameCube library. I could do that. I'll set that at 10,000 bit donation. I'll do a 24-hour stream. Not consecutive. I get to take breaks. We'll work something out. Hope very well, Wallace. Good to see you, buddy. See, you've been streaming a lot more lately too, but unfortunately I've been busy doing other things and I actually have a decent sleep schedule now. It's funny how you fall in love with a girl who works mornings and you suddenly start waking up in the morning. It's bizarre. Alright, let's see. Going through, checking out things. Looks like it's centered to screen just right. Perfect. Okay. Rumble off. This might need to be changed. Let's see. We'll see. If you don't make it the entire 24 hours, you have to watch 100 episodes of Rachel Ray television shows. You know, that's been banned by The Hague as like a war crime, so I don't think that they'd really allow that to happen. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check with a lawyer on it. They might call that cruel and unusual punishment. If you can't do it to somebody you've captured from Al-Qaeda, you probably can't do it to me, so... Just saying is all. And of course, Wallace, let me know if I need to readjust the stream audio or visual, if there's any problems. Let me know. Wow, I got a lot of delay on my stream, on my preview window. Good God, how many seconds is that? Yeah, 50-second delay to broadcaster. Nope, hold on a second, refreshing my dashboard window.
Captain Blue fights with every ounce of his being. He fights against the dark forces of evil.
I hadn't dropped any frames either. It's like, why is it 50 seconds delayed? Now it's only 5. That's decent. I can live with 5.
Come on, Blue. You have to.
Ooh, I got the transcodes. Yes. All right.
Joe, is this your idea of a date movie? I had a more romantic time eating popcorn in the lobby.
So,
Joe,
if the stream gets really terrible for you, anyone watching and has terrible quality, click on the little gear icon and you can lower it down to like 720 or 480, or you're on dial-up 160.
well, I've been looking forward to this for a long time too.
Girl, you're out of focus.
I haven't been out on a date in forever.
And oh, cool! Let me skip it finally. Good. So basically, get sucked into the movie. It's like Last Action Hero, which blows my mind that people don't get that movie at all. Like, it's stupid. It's like there's loud rock music and like stereotypes all over the place. Like, that's what the movie is making fun of, you idiot.
Hey, wait a minute. Am I inside the movie?
Correct.
Yes. You're told to go forth and beat everybody up. Duck! Jump! Yes. She did not ask for consent. Yeah. Toasty! I wonder how many times I can juggle. Looks like 2. Let's try somebody new. Nope, 3. Just the timing before it gets super strict. Yeah, but we got something better. If you see the what I've labeled the stream, it's Davidson's in the house, which will become more apparent later on. What's funny is that I bought this game on release. I heard it was really good, and then like I didn't play it for the longest time. I don't know why. It's just like, oh yeah, it's that game I tried once. I thought it was okay, and I never went back to it. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you? This is a fun game. Especially if you're a fan of like Bayonetta action movies, and not action movies, but games and so forth. Because these are the guys who did that. These are people who went on to form Platinum Games, made this game.
My young Joe, it looks like you haven't awakened to your true powers as a hero.
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever be playing Mega Man X7 on stream, just as a matter of principle.
Just go for it!
That's the cool thing is, like, actually, there's a PlayStation 2 port of this, and they put Dante and Trish in there as well. And unfortunately, it still doesn't emulate correctly. Like, there's frame drops into it, and gameplay's tied in the frame rate, so that's why I'm playing the GameCube version again. But I would love to see, you know, like a re-release, pardon me, that has Bayonetta in it. That'd be awesome. You could have like the powered down state be like Cereza, like Child Cereza, I guess. That would work. Powered up version, full adult Bayonetta. I'd be for it. To the moon! I mean, Wonderful 101 got a re-release. I mean, there's hope for anybody, really. Let's say, make me run all the way over for those? Boo. Okay, I don't have the kick right. Alright, because I was thinking like I had a certain kick. I do not have it yet. I'm still thinking like ahead of like where I'm at actually in the game. Like, oh, I just have like this spin kick I can do in slow motion. Not yet. Get those super commercials of Twitch streamers on them. Is it the Coca-Cola one where they're like, oh, I hope to one day become a popular streamer, and they already have like thousands of people in their chat and they're already partners? I remember that one, just like hating it. Yeah, because I have like, I use uBlock Origins, so I have not seen a Twitch ad in like years unless they roll it directly on top of the stream. Do some dancing while we wait. So what's the Miller Lite one? Okay. Let's see, something about... Something about doing something nice for mods and channels because they're using the unsung heroes of Twitch. So give them a free Miller Lite or something. But you realize that like there could be underage people on Twitch who are mods. I've seen that happen. So that's a slippery slope. So they're basically trying to advertise to children. Ooh, that seems like a bad proposition there, Miller. Miller Lite, the champagne of beers. Well, somebody pissed in their vat. I hate to break it to them. Okay, I remember how this guy now. I missed time. I trying to think I could. That like supposed to like punch back the bullets. It's been a while since I played this. It's been 9 months technically. Yep, there we go. Stupid books. Nobody wants you. Yeah, so I tell everybody, if you're watching on a laptop or desktop, get yourself uBlock Origin. You'll never see a Twitch ad. I will never run a Twitch ad myself. Okay, I can't stand on those at all. I actually have the option to.
Take 5.
But I refuse to. They're like, hey, you can run ads and make money. I'm like, nope, still not gonna do it. Okay, let's see what this tier. It's 2.5. It's 2 minutes and 40 seconds for an ad. Are you kidding me?
To the world's best live gaming content.
Twitch alone gets that.
It starts off with like a thought streamer, it looks like. Sorry, but you look like one. You're doing squats for entertainment. If you give me donations, I'll do more squats.
People who help everyone else, not the influencers. Rising Star Broadcast, a lifetime streamer, lodging, swag, real life connect, put mods first, and
make your parasocial relationship a real life stalking one with Twitch. Oh, I can't wait to get the better moves. Yeah, it's like the game's fun, but like when you get like the better moves, it just really opens up. Punch in the butt. Sweep at the foot. Kick in the face. So I'm trying to think of what I could play on Friday. I was thinking like maybe FMV games. I haven't done that in a while. Like Double Switch, of course. I'm not gonna do Fox Hunt because I have a PlayStation laser. I have a replacement laser I need to put into my PlayStation, but I want to use a capture card and actually stream the full thing when I get that done. So it'd be definitely for sure Double Switch, and then maybe, yeah, I saw the RuPaul person there too. I was kind of like, okay, I didn't know RuPaul was a streamer. Double Switch, maybe some 3DO games would definitely be good there too, like Mad Dog McCree, Space Pirates would be good. Try to think of some other stuff, or I could just torture myself for 3 hours and play Mighty Number 9 and nobody has a good time. I should probably pay attention to what's on the screen. Just saying. Just missed it. Get out here. Is that on sale right now? Because Twitch is still having their sale. Oh crap, I actually don't have a whole lot of money. Never mind. I had to buy a new Nintendo 64 power supply. So I was playing with Carmen the other day. She came over to my place and we were playing Mario Kart 64. We were having a competition to see who was the best player. And the power supply on it looked janky and it actually gave out mid-match, like halfway through the flower cup, I think it was. So I had to order a new one that cost me like $17. Contradiction, spot the liar. It is on Steam. And $10, not too bad for a game. It's an FMV game. There's actually a Japanese game coming out, I think in 9 days or so. It just got translated. It's an FMV game. It's coming out on Steam. It's like, ooh, I'll definitely have to check that out too. Oh, I thought that was gonna... That was just safe for that. I'm trying to style on this game, I really shouldn't. There we go. All 3 in 1. Yeah, I love FMV games, unironically, so... Fish voice sounds like the person from Monkey Ball. It might be. Although, actually, this is a Capcom game, so... Monkey Ball was Sega, so... There's the key. I'm like, it kicked him way too far. Should have uppercutted him. It might actually be the same voice actor. I mean, you might be right, Twalis. Wouldn't surprise me a whole lot if it was, to be honest. I mean, because you have voice actors along the time doing stuff for all sorts of games, so... It's the helicopter. Because of course it is. Oh, caught me on the rotor. That's not good. I'm taking damage. It's like, I was not anticipating that. However, Undertale is $3.39 on Steam. You want to play it on your stream? No. No, I'm pretty sure I don't want to have to like ban people constantly or create new mods just to ban the people like that. If that was the case, if I ever did that, one, I'd make you a mod. I already should make you a mod, already Twellis, but like I already have 3 of them. It's like, But so you are the MVP, my friend, for now. So, but yeah, I mean, definitely, if I ever did Undertale, I would definitely do that. So it's such a pain in the butt to do. Jeez, that has more range on it than it actually shows. Game's cheating. Mom's cheating. No, I'm pretty sure you're a mod master now, too. You might want to refresh your stream. Oh, I remember what I'm doing here.
Action! Take 5.
Oh, come on. Yes, you must promise to be a fair yet cruel moderator.
Take 5.
Remembered something, I'm playing it on the wrong difficulty. You have to use different strategies, so like, screw that. RB. You eat pork rinds, you put anything on them like hot sauce. Actually, I like French onion dip. My favorite is like Land O'Lakes. Has this really good French onion dip if they have it in your region. It's like real sour cream. It's pretty good. I used to eat that when I was on doing keto before the pandemic, when it was easy to do diets like keto. It was ridiculously simple. It's like you had access to all the meats and things like that you need. But now with shortages kind of revolving around, it's a little bit harder to do. So I had to give up on that and try to do Atkins, and that's not working too well for me, to be honest. So I need to find a way to go back to keto instead. Ryden was fighting the helicopter, won by now. Yes, he would have, definitely, without a doubt. Of that, I have no questions about. I played Metal Gear Solid 4 on stream. Pretty sure you're here for that. Really? Why? Well, I know why, but just like, really, guys, come on. Yes, because racism, I'm sure all two people who were upset and didn't really notify them are entirely outraged. Don't worry, I'll be outraged for you. Gosh, what was the lyric from? I'm trying to think of it. It's a song by Perfect Circle. Yes, it's the song off of A Perfect Circle's second album, which was The 13th Step. It's a song called Pet. I love it. It's really good. They did a remix of it. I hate that one. I'm not really a fan of it. But one of the lyrics, though, I remember was, I'll protect you from all your enemies and all your demons. I'll be the one to protect you from a will to survive and a voice of reason. And I'll be the one to protect you from your enemies and your choices, son, because one and the same, I'll isolate you and protect you from yourself. It's like, that is such a freaking good song. Let's see. Gotta spell this correctly. Carmen's asking me what I'm playing. Beautiful show. Alright, but yeah, I love that song. It's really good. So yeah, 3 bottles of Aunt Jemima syrup in a cupboard. Now, they were doing anything about, like, Mrs. Butterworth at all? I mean... Oh, dude, come on, you're on a hill. You suck. Now, even like Aunt Jemima's like family, it was like, hey, she was like a real person who used to be a slave and became the spokesperson and enjoyed her life going around traveling the country promoting her pancakes. Why are you doing this? Even her family's like, this is not cool. What is wrong with you? They're like, oh, no, no, no. We are speaking for you. We are offended for you, people. It's like, you gotta be kidding me.
Head to the go-go, baby!
But that's the world we live in right now. It's suddenly back to 4 years prior when people like that had all the save for some reason. Gotta remember to uppercut people when I get this slow. So you can just juggle them back down for faster punches. That'll go as far. Yeah, so how much are you gonna sell that like Aunt Jemima bottle on the internet for? That's my next question. Yes. Well, you know, many years from now, everyone's gonna be reading around your will. Grandpa Twelves has died. Your 14 kids, 74 grandchildren, all fighting over your vast wealth and fortune you've built throughout your lives. They're wondering, who did you will one of your 3 bottles of Aunt Jemima syrup to, with the original packaging? That's what I care about. In the junk. Crap. There we go. There we go. Can I still break these down? No, so it's only some chandeliers you can actually break it and have them collapse. Like this one I know for sure can. Yeah, so if you could think of any FMV games you want to see me play that I already have in my library, that'd be helpful too. I'll try to see if I can get that one game you mentioned here. I'm gonna write it down in my little WordPad file I keep for my stream. And I think probably next stream I'm also going to experiment with trying to use the RTX so that way you don't hear things like me typing into the microphone. So that'd be good, because I really miss using that, but it was like causing audio skips and delays. It was really weird. Why is my stream so freaking far off again? Good God. It's so weird. Gotta refresh again. Don't know what's happening for my preview window, but I'm not dropping any frames or anything, but it's just getting super slow and behind. Okay, here we go. What's the delay? Yeah, it's like super delayed again. It's not even moving. What in the world? Something's going on with the Twitch preview. Doesn't matter. I know the stream's functioning fine. Just, of course, if something is wrong on your end, by all means, please let me know. Rule number 1 of the chat. Rule number 2, don't be a jerk. You know the rules. Did it again. Cool, so if I can speedrun and strat that, you can just damage boost through it. Oh, come on, game. I was there. Looks good to you. Perfect, okay. Yeah, it's just, I don't know if you're having really crazy delay too. Like, if you click on the gear and go to advanced, you should have an option for video stats, hopefully, even on mobile. And you'll see, like, around, like, it'll say, like, video resolution, display resolution, frames per second. And then you also see something that says latency of the broadcaster. And that's basically how many seconds you are behind me. Usually with low latency mode, you can be anywhere from 1 to 5 seconds is usually pretty good. But if you're like 15, 20 seconds, just pause, unpause your stream. Let me know you're doing that, so I'll gladly stop so you don't miss something if you want. While you are enduring a stupid Twitch commercial, Twitch ad that I did not force it to do. Oops. Did you have an unbeatable attack? Excuse me? An unblockable? I'm back for the key again. I can't remember if you get a dash in this game now or not a run. It feels like you do. Okay, that was cool. I've never done that before. At least I don't think so. Sweet. I'm impressed with myself. I normally am, but even more so right now. Ladies. I'm not available, but ladies. Yep, so last time I actually played it was, I was thinking October, and it was November 7th. Let's see. Yeah, Red Hot Kick is pretty good. Let's do Air Joe. And we'll do the Boomerang. Holy crap. Yeah. So are you, like, you definitely need to pause and redo. Are you on, what's your resolution? Because I'm broadcasting 1060p, but it looks like I have the transcodes, so... There we go, just type that out for you, because it's going to be faster by the time that you hear my voice telling you what to do, or suggestions on what to do, because I'm not your dad. Yeah, it'd be just faster for you to read it and do that way. So I'll save, I'll stretch for a second, pop some things into the microphone. Talk about terrible games I can possibly do. So one of the suggestions I was thinking about, as I mentioned before for Friday, is it FMV games. Like, let's see, Double Switch would be a good one. And then I really want to do Fox Hunt, but like I'm waiting to get my capture card back so I can do a full, authentic, 100% speed, like not speedrun, just run of that. Let's see, Space Pirates would be good on that. Press X to not die is usually amazing. Pretty usual, like not amazing, but fun too. Or I could also just do, could do Mighty Number 9, which was a terrible, terrible game, which I don't think people would really enjoy, to be honest. Pardon me, but I'm sure you get a kick out of me dying. Alright. So, if anyone doesn't know what FMV games are, they stand for full motion video, which was like the biggest thing in the 90s. Like, we're gonna have live actors like play their parts in video games, and it's gonna be amazing. And they hired people who couldn't act and had no concept of what acting was. And the games turned out to be really cheesy and terrible. So, I love those games unironically. Like Fox Hunt is one of my favorite ones. You also have, what was it? I have to do... Hey, what's my... How did my dive kick? That, Night Trap was the most famous one. Actually, it was part of the ESRB ratings, which caused us to have ratings on video games, that and Mortal Kombat. So I love those games unironically with all my heart. So actually, like, one of my favorite tweets is the actor Andrew Bowden. I said, like, hey, you know, like, game I love unironically is Fox Hunt. And he's like, dude, keep playing it. He's like, he started that like video game. I thought you'd be like, oh, don't ever bring that game up. It was an embarrassment. But he's like, no, keep playing it. It's great. Okay, can I launch this back? Wrong timing. No. Okay. Thought I bought that kick. Oh, that's right. Time manipulation! And then you had like arcade games like Mad Dog McCree, which was shot in old Tucson. And it's a light gun game, so you shoot the actors on screen and have that on the 3DO. Those people then ask what the hell's a 3DO, and that's another fun question to answer. It was think of like the PlayStation 3 of the early 90s. Super advanced. Way ahead of its time technology-wise. And it cost $700, which is like over $1,000 in today's money. But it did full motion video games. It had surround sound support. You know, back in 1993, it's like it was quite ahead of its time. Yeah, I could have sworn I had... Let me look this up real quick. Pause so it doesn't ruin my score. Beautiful Joe, move, list. Here's the basics. Here's Marvel vs. Capcom's like, damn it, I didn't ask for this. Maybe I bought Air Joe by accident. Okay. Beautiful Joe, air kick. Yeah, so I'm probably bought the wrong one. My dyslexia probably said, "Oh, this is what I need to do," and bought the wrong one by it. So it's just down and kick. Nope. Okay, moving on.
Joe, it's time for your next trial. Hope you're
Drink all this booze.
Here I come.
Just go for it!
Yeah, so it's probably like, are you? Yeah, if you're skipping frames, are you using like Chrome or on your phone? Because I know like Chrome will sometimes drop frames, like we'll skip frames, not dropping, but just like skip them. Jeez, why am I getting my butt kicked by this? I'm not focusing.
Nice job. Nice job. Nice job.
Chrome, okay, yeah, Chrome will, that's fine. I mean, it'll sometimes just like skip frames.
Right over here.
It's not a problem, really.
Cut! Ready?
Yeah, 9-10 second latency, that's doable. That's livable, for sure.
Yummy!
And so I described what FMV video games were. But then you also have like Mighty Number 9, which is made by quote-unquote the father of Mega Man, who actually did not make Mega Man. He's just kind of stolen credit for it. But he's like helped with the design like since Mega Man 2 and stuff. And he left Capcom and said like, I'm gonna make my own Mega Man game. And people like myself crowdfunded it. Like basically I donated I paid $60. So, and they met the campaign goal, they made the game, and it turned out to be just terrible. I mean, it's just... There's been, like, documentaries on YouTube, like, lasting an hour, showing, like, how many screw-ups they made along the way.
Nice job. Nice job. Nice job. Nice job. Come on, Mike. Nice job.
Fantasia Video Adventure. Fantasia is, like, right along the same lines of, like, no. Of, like, no thank you, I think I will, just get kicked in the junk repeatedly for a couple hours. I would rather have rats nibble on my butt for a day. Yeah, I don't know how Wolfsblock did that back in the day. I really wonder what's up with him, because he hasn't streamed in like probably 2 years. But he learned how to do Fantasia. He was a world record holder for that game. I have no idea what Harvester is, but I'm sure if you're recommending it, it's probably a terrible game. Which I'm not above playing, you know. Ooh, I would love to play Thunder in Paradise, but unfortunately you need to have a CDI. That game, that is not emulated. what's his name? Wrestles with Gaming. Yeah, it's really cool, dude. He actually follows me on Twitter of all things. I'm like, I'm with nobody, but he just thinks I'm funny, I guess. But he used to stream a lot. I don't know what's been going on with him lately. He's got a lot more political and hasn't really been working on most of his videos to my knowledge. But he actually will, occasionally when he streams, he'll do a full playthrough of Thunder in Paradise on the CDI. It's amazing. And for those of you who do not know, Thunder in Paradise was a television show in the 90s featuring Hulk Hogan as like some kind of special operative guy, and he had a speedboat driving around Miami. It was epic. And basically they took like 1 or 2 episodes from the show and turned it into a video game. They're like, yeah, we're just gonna take this and turn it into a game. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Last I saw, there was a emulator for the CDI, but it doesn't do like movie games. Like, you had a special card for it. The CDI was another just massive disaster on how you do things. No, I did. Okay, yeah, that's what I bought. I did not buy the Red Hot Cake. I bought the one above it. That's my fault. I'm dumb. Dumb, 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 dumb. Let's see. Sliding's pretty good too. We'll get that. Ooh. I forgot about Ground Zero Texas. I would definitely have to look at a walkthrough. Because it's been 20 years since I last played that. But I know for sure I'd at least play a little bit of... Gosh, what was that game? Surgical Strike. Surgical Strike is like what Michael Bay's Wet Dreams look like, really.
Move on!
It's an insane game.
Take 5.
Yes, so if you've never seen Surgical Strike, it's a FMV game, once again, like actors and so forth. Let's see what the audio levels are. Holy crap, what's going on, computer? Let's... Not too bad. Okay, so you drive around and what's clearly a whole bunch of models. And you just start blowing crap up. It's great. Let's see, desktop. Here we go. And let's turn off Dolphin's View. So this is what Michael Bay sees when he sleeps at night. Yes, it's a masterpiece. There's no other way to describe that game. Alright, back to... I should just, like, rename this, like, Wurzel 5 to just, like, ADHD streaming, because, I mean, that's pretty much what I'm doing. Just like, hey, look at this shiny object. Look at this stupid piece of trivia I know about this other obscure video game. Knock, knock. Dark Fiend, Charles III. He seems happy. I get the best pictures, I swear. Always when I'm streaming, it's always fun. But yes.
Shows you what you know, fat brain. In movies, there has to be a plot twist. That means things always go wrong once before you get to the happy ending. Hello? Now come on. Let's get this over with.
Biff, what nonsense is this? Come like all the ritual of sacrifice will begin in your pathetic little world will... Oopsie poopsie. Almost let the cat out of the bag there.
Alright! Let's get it on!
Just go for it!
Haha, I love it doing that. Just gotta knock him down and mock kick him into death.
Sorry to wake you up. You can sleep as much as you want now.
Joe wanders into the world of the movies and gallantly fights evil to rescue Sylvia. With the help of his superior strength, he is able to reign triumphant over the dastardly bad man, Charles III. Where could Sylvia be? Is she safe? Is she even alive? Intolerable anxiety tears at Joe's heart. What did they do to her?
What would be a good hero name for me? I never thought this would be so hard.
Searching for Sylvia, Joe tries to track clues as to her whereabouts. Little did he know that the clues would only lead him to more problems. The next episode is Some Like It Red Hot. See you there.
McGruff, the crime dog, likes it rough. This is the one where I need to slow it down like a bus and jump off it. Never gives me trouble at first. I don't really have anything to power up with.
Let's get it on!
Davidson is in the house. You're gonna hear that quite often. Whoa, missile out of nowhere. Okay, I didn't know if that thing was gonna hurt me or not. Looks like it's okay to come down on top of you. Whoa, that was... Okay, that's a weird camera transition point right there that threw me off.
Joe, my young apprentice, this is your last trial. If you overcome this trial, you'll have acquired the last power.
You must eat at Arby's. You monster.
Come and
Jerry, go for it!
Nice try.
This kid, like, two of them was like 50-50. I think the game got bad that I almost beat him with mock punches. Like, no, we're gonna do 50-50s on you. 50-50 is a fighting game term where you have basically a 50-50 chance of blocking either high or low because you don't know what's going to happen on the next side. And if you choose wrong, you're going to get hit and end up in another combo string, which you don't want to have. Mortal Kombat 11 is full of 50-50s. Okay, what was that? So I start to do moves. Okay, so I remember having like, maybe I can go back to this after I beat it there, because I remember getting like a spin kick. Is what you're gonna need to get past this.
Joe, I have nothing more to teach you. The beautiful moves and techniques that flourish from your heroic gut instincts. Exploit them for good deeds and save this world. The world is waiting for you. Joe, go now. May hero-ness be with you.
Alright. Stream zoom! That's what I'm looking for. So I'm trying to get the hang of this here. You gotta do another weird claw grip because it's just how this is designed. Let's see. So you gotta slow down everything. No, actually you don't. Just need to press up. Okay, cool. Yeah, so you can just press up without going into slow. I think you had to do that first. It automatically goes into it if you just tap it. Okay, that's good to know. I was thinking, oh man, you gotta hold it down, you gotta do these pretzels. No. So how do I cancel out that? I'm guessing, so if you hit... Well, that was stupidly good luck. I was past it. Come on down, you can do it. Yeah, things should be falling by now, and it's not. Okay, seriously, what happened to my platform? I think the game glitched up. There it is. Okay, it finally came down. Thank you. Yeah, it's weird. Just would not come down.
Just go for it!
Guess what? Game bats on me. It won't get it off. Oh my god, game! Come on. It is not on my plate. Okay, stop. Game? I remember that being a problem last time. Ah, bummer, it stopped me. It's like, okay, I'll just do the hamburger now. Nope. Denied.
Go for it!
That must be a driver from Miami. What are street traffic signs? What do these mean? Pedestrian at a crosswalk. I just speed up, hit them. I have a car. I'm better than them. Topless and bottomless? Wallace, if you're still around here, I need you to write down the location where this is here. I think it's called Rose's. It's next to a store. And called Play Guys. Yeah, up there apparently. Pardon me. This is not very family friendly. I'm appalled. But cover is only $2. I mean, you can't beat that deal. My girlfriend may hate me for it, but you know what? I don't care. We're going. I'll take her. It'll be awkward as hell. Drag queens? Cat's Cafe? Hell yes. I'm for it. Toonses, is that you? Hey, I got that the first time. Usually I screw that up a lot. Only naming my cat Keiko did I realize years later I'd messed up and could have named her Toonses. And nothing else back here. Not a good time to run out of my energy. Rando Hotel, where you can feed Davidson is in the house. Oh, alright, cool. 20,000 points. That's kind of like the burn it to the ground from Mega Man X7 of this game would be just randomly hearing Davidson's in the house being yelled repeatedly by the boss. Oh, damn, I forgot about this one. This is, like, super useful if you can save up for it. So let's see, it's been about an hour and a half. I usually stream for around 3 hours or so. So the question I'm going to pose is, should I keep playing this game, or should I try Viewtiful Joe 2, which I have never played before? If I do that, I'll have to give you spoilers for the ending of this game, from what I remember. Which I don't think I'll be beating it anyway, but yeah. I'll leave it up to people to decide if you want. So the question is, should I go through and keep playing this game, or should I play Beautiful Joe 2, the sequel? Well, I think that over. Alright. And no one made a decision, so we'll keep going on. Alright. The answer to that, no decision is a choice. No choice is a choice, as I had explained once again in just different words.
Move on!
Choosing not to choose is a choice that you've decided to choose upon. Just as choosy kids choose Jif.
Just go for it!
So I only do that once per move. That didn't work out. It's like, oh yeah, I'll just do the spin move if I can get it to trigger. Alright, fine, game. Oh, something's gotta be done here. Oh, duh. Missing the most obvious thing in the world, of course. Duh. I am so smart. SM or T. Oh, why did it give me a double jump off that one? Single jump. There we go.
Just go for it!
Alright, cruising along. So if you've never played this game, it's pretty fun. I mean, if you have a PlayStation 2 or GameCube, probably pick it up cheap, I would imagine. If you're looking for a good kind of just platformer beat 'em up. Let's see, eBay. Beautiful Joe for GameCube. It's actually gone up in price a little bit there, but it looks like you can buy with shipping and stuff like that anywhere between $15 to $30, really. So not too bad. Need a Wurzel NES Ninja Gaiden speedrun? Probably not. To be honest, I really don't like that game. I've played them before. I remember beating it. I can get pretty far, but I'm just like, just for me, a lot of the problem of the game is just the artificial difficulty, and that they've gone through and just caused like constant respawns and falcons that hit you off the edge at just right points. They designed it to be that way. Like, it's artificially difficult for those things. And once you know how to deal with it, then it's not a problem, really. Come down here. It's easy to fight you, please. Yay! It's so bizarre. It's like when you're in the air and you want to do like the downward kick, don't hit down on the C stick. You have to hit up. It's counterintuitive. So when you're in the air and you want to do your dive kick, you hit up on the stick instead. And then when you want to jump up, you hit jump. It should have just kept it one direction, but I didn't program the game. I'm not Mr. Kamiya. I don't know. Don't block me on Twitter, please. Alright.
Just go for it!
There we go. And then Forever has a 35-minute speedrun, the world record. Hour and 32 minutes, second place time. Definitely get the record in that game. I don't know. I saw, what was it, PJ, I think it was, and somebody else co-op speedrun it at one of the GDQs, and that was hilarious. If you have not seen that run, that is some prime time amusement. No doubt. Now, what version is this? The Super Nintendo version, or is it like the arcade or Sega Saturn? Because those are different games. Pardon me, my goodness. PJ and Clage did it in 2017. Yeah, so if you have not seen their 2017 run, Genesis, they played this one on, I think it was Super Nintendo they played it on. It is hilarious. Definitely watch it with commentary, because they just ruthlessly mock the entire game and how busted and broken it is. Like, whoever thought it would be a good idea to make a platformer using the Mortal Kombat 2 engine is beyond me. Hey, Nimix! Iceplugs channel is running Super Metroid. I saw that! Did he kill or save the animals? I'm betting he probably killed the animals if it's his first time playing through it. I don't know if he's like speedrunning it or if he's just playing casual. But I saw him actually streaming that probably about 15 minutes before I started mine. I was like, ooh, that's gonna be a good time. I know where Nimix is gonna be. Which is perfectly fine. Perfectly understandable. Spot on. Oh, okay, cool. Wow. Made into that's pretty awesome. Not my channel, just his channel. Okay, so I still need to slow it down to make the explosion bigger. Okay, so let me see if anybody else is gonna jump in the spinning vortex of death. Okay, we must ask scientists to figure out the secrets of this man's technique of anti-gravity to pose in the air and just hang there like a sitcom. Really, guys? Come on, come over here. Come on. No? You guys stay out here? Okay, fine. Myself, I prefer oolong or green tea, of course, because I'm a weeaboo. And gosh, what is the other one here? I'm trying to think of. It's like an orange tea, kind of. It's really, really good. Mandarin orange spice. Oh man, that was some good stuff. Yeah, sweet tea is like, if you have real southern sweet tea, it basically takes 1 tablespoon. Ooh, chai vanilla. Nimix, you are a man after my heart. I can see why your wife has married you. A wise choice indeed. That is, of course, my all-time favorite. Chai vanilla, splash of cream in there. Maybe some extra sugar, too. I didn't realize I was like one hit away from death. Should probably pay more attention to that, yeah? So I have like 40 bombs, I don't know how to do it. Let's see, the best tea ever. Is it really? Angel's Dream Black Tea. Sri Lanka. Xinjiang. So what type of flavor would you describe it then, really? People are saying like hints of maple and berry. Oh, that's right, I forgot I was near death. Mrs. Nimitz and girlfriend Rosa will thank you for brewing tea for him. Maybe. That's the problem with tea is like, you know, it can be kind of bitter at times. It's not like oolong. It's got like a little bit of bitterness, but not a whole lot. It's like just the right. Ooh, actually, my aunt came over and brought me like a container, like a little small Tupperware container full of raspberries that she picked. I didn't know she was growing raspberries, so she brought some over, and they are delicious. I mean, they are not like tart at all. They're not. And you ever have like raspberries are just not right. Like they haven't reached the pure ripeness yet, and they're just kind of like bitter and just ugh. Make you like mouth pucker. Same thing for strawberries. If they have not ripened up enough and there's no amount of sugar that's going to help save that. My mom was the queen at picking like strawberries that looked amazing and just were bitter as hell because they weren't ready. So I gotta think like, what can I make with like raspberries? And I'm thinking like maybe some muffins or something, but at the same time I'm trying to diet and of course it's like I should be dieting and been doing reasonably well today. Not quite the best, but yeah. It's like, well, there goes that plan. Alright, we'll save that for later. You say touch me?
You do me, I do me.
I think I touched him. Ooh, okay. Let's see. Don't be an idiot. Don't be like my idiot friend. Pick berries in the forest, thinking they're blueberries, found out they are poisonous berries. Yes, if you don't know exactly 100% what you are picking, do not touch it. Rules to live by everybody here. So let's see. Nimik says, guess what happened today? Fios contacted you, or Fios. Okay, cool. Discuss the blunder on the site. Never saw it. Basically ran for being judged. Yeah, like I said, it's just, it wasn't really that big of a deal. Yeah, Nimix, like I said before, it's just, it's something that, like, you were thinking in your mind is far worse, but it's really nothing. And I'm glad. I'm glad it turned out that, I was right on that. It turned out to be nothing, really. Just gotta remember, you're gonna rule like I would, just be cruel yet fair. Alright. I want a slot machine that gives you a cheeseburger. But of course, seeing how often like payouts occur on slot machines, you probably will get food poisoning. Maybe not the best idea I've had, but alright, so let's see. Well, I was thinking like, oh, I got a secret. No, that's where I was supposed to go all along. Oops. So much for that. So, like, I'm starting to get a little hungry, a little rumbly in the tummy. I was thinking, probably Caesar salad would be good for dinner. I haven't done that in a while. So I've been playing this game for, move the mouse over, about 2 hours. So my proposal is, the next save, which I think is after I beat this level, should I keep playing the game, or should I try Viewtiful Joe 2, which I've actually never played? I'll leave that, guys, up to you to decide. Should I keep playing this after I get to the save point? Or should I try number 2? Because if I get number 2, like I said, I've never played it before. We'll give it a go. I will spoil the ending of this game from what I remember. Let's see. So, Nimix asks, Wurzel, question. Can you give me a verbal demonstration of drunken Wurzel? Huh. Well, first off, it's gonna be a little tricky, because whenever you're drunk, you think you are the suavest mofo in the room. You're like, there's nothing wrong with me, I am perfectly fine. And you walk up to some lady, you're all smooth, like, hi, how's it going? My name's Wurzel. Let's go bang. And she'd be like, yes, please. And in reality, you're like, you pretty. You look like my sister. You're slow blinking, you're slurring all over the place. You know, and you're like, yeah, let's bang. And she's like, yeah, no. And that's where the boyfriend comes over. So I can't really do a verbal demonstration of it there. But, yeah, just imagine a lot of slurring of the words. More than usual. Ironically, I talk faster when I'm drunk. But I learned very quickly that unfortunately my language skills go out the window, which is not really the best thing to have happen when you're in a foreign country and you suddenly can't remember what the language is or how to speak it and you're drunk as hell. Part of my midnight adventure of how I got home, and I don't remember how, because in Japan the trains and taxis stop, and we were out drinking, and yeah, don't know how I got home. It was fun though.
Move on!
But if you really want to like slow, like if you want to have like a fun anything there, like make anyone sound drunk, just take what they're talking and slow it down by 25 to 30%. Like, what is it here? There's this old, people turn this into a meme, really.
Let's take a break.
Where they'd slow down like Jeff Goldblum by like, I think it was 30% just about. He sounds drunk, it's great.
How much a pizza costs? About $10. In a month, if you get 3, it's $30. The same cost, roughly less. You can own a computer. The iMac is less than $30 a month. Can you imagine? For the same cost as 3 pizzas, you own a computer. Now you're on the internet, now you're emailing everybody in the world, you're playing the greatest games, you're empowered, your vision is expanded, you're collaborating with people, it changes your life in a million ways. So budget yourself, skip the pizzas and get the computer. Hot, fresh out of the box. Even, put anchovies on it if you want.
Okay, so the problem with that here is not that he sounds drunk, but Jeff Goldblum, a Mac is not a computer. A Mac is a piece of crap. Don't buy it. Especially an iMac, which is what I was promoting. That's the thing, it's a damn boat anchor. It's got the little handle in the back. Seriously, tie a chain around it there. You can throw it over the side. It makes a great boat anchor. medieval weapon. You can swing it around. I've done some damage that way too. But yeah, mechs are not computers. They're computers for idiots. For morons who don't know how to use a real computer. That's right, I said it. Oh, baby, I forgot that you could just hit the button and do this. So I'm fighting with the stupid C-stick. Oh, man, I remember this now.
Davison is in the house.
Yeah.
Davison is proud to be wild.
Okay, that will fall off.
Davison is in the house. Davison is proud to be
Yeah, this is the part I do not like at all. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, come on, let me up there. Who's in the house?
Davison is in the house. Oh, Davison is proud to be wild. Davison is in the house.
This game's version of Mega Man X7's Burn to the Ground.
Davison is in the house. Oh, Davison
So, Nivix, since you're here as well,
Let's take a break.
next stream Friday. Not sure what I should do. Thinking maybe FMV Friday. Or maybe I could, well, yeah, I should probably do that here. So I'm thinking, like, I can't do Fox Hunt yet because I have a replacement laser for my PlayStation, but I still don't have a capture card. I'm actually sending it back to Elgato tomorrow for a replacement after threatening a legal action. They finally went and did everything I needed. So that's getting shipped back. Who knows what it's going to be, because they have over 2,000 returns last month alone. They don't have a defect problem, they don't have a quality problem, but they had 2,000 units break. Right. So, thinking FMV games possibly would be like Double Switch, Space Pirates, Press X to Not Die. Twals came up with Ground Zero Texas. Of course, then we also have crazy games like Surgical Strike. Could do that. Or I could play Mighty Number 9, which is like the Kickstarter failed crappy game of Mega Man that's not Mega Man and not fun. So I'm not sure which one I should do of the two. Because I know Carmen's actually going to be on the road. She has to go somewhere, and she'll be gone for a little bit. And she will be watching on mobile. She's got unlimited data on mobile. It's like, please make sure you do. I don't want to be responsible for a $500 mobile bill, you know. Like, you owe me $500. I was watching your stream on cell phones, and yeah, I ran over. No, we're not doing that. I love you, girl, but no. So thinking like, what should I play? Unless you got a suggestion for else I can do something that's gonna be emulated on the PC to be interesting. So I'm thinking either FMV games or Mighty Number 9, which is total disaster. Here it is. Yeah, some guy made like a 52-minute documentary on like how bad Mighty Number 9 failed. And it goes from like start to finish, like explaining. It's entertaining too, so if you haven't seen it, I suggest just watching because they interviewed people and just talking about like, oh, we're gonna make this brand new game and people are gonna love it, and it's like we're gonna put it on like 12 different or like 9 different platforms, like computer, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, Wii U, DS, 3DS, T90 computers. You know, it's like this is your first game. You don't want to back it up a little bit here. Make sure you get ones done here. They just go through and explain how everything went under, like how they did a Kickstarter, got all the money. They're like, we need to do another Kickstarter because we need more money because we didn't realize that, oh, we should read the fine print about how they're going to take a big chunk out of it. Like, you raise $5 million, you're actually getting like 3.5 because they take all the different fees and so forth out of it and processing. They did another Kickstarter, like, hey, we know we keep delaying our game that you paid money for, but we have another game we want you to kickstart, and we're going to start working on that too. And everyone's like, no, finish this damn game first. So should I do FMV games? Yeah, because you said double switch. Or should I do Mighty Number 9? Things to ponder. I'm asking the chat a lot of questions. Should I keep playing this game after I beat this boss, or should I go on and play Viewtiful Joe number 2, give that a shot, see how that plays? Do FMV games, or Mighty Number 9?
Yo, man, what's up? What can I do for you, kiddo? I guess you heard I rule the roost around here. Am I right? Huh?
Oh man, don't flatter yourself. You're just another one of those old attractions in this movie land.
What? Wait a minute, Jack. You mean to tell me you knew this world was called Movie Land? Oh, interesting. Alright, spit it out. Where you from?
Huh?
I'm surprised I know a punk like you.
Should probably turn on the volume, huh? There we go.
It ain't gonna matter anyway after I'm finished with you. You understand? So what's with the feed watch on your arm, man? What, you think you're some kind of mega man or something?
Capcom joke.
Pretty cool, huh? I'm here to avenge Captain Blue. Just call me... I haven't come up with a good name yet.
You know who I am? I'm the one who put that star on Captain Blue.
FMVs. Okay. We'll do that. We'll play FMV games. I got a whole bunch of them.
Just go for it!
Where did I get knocked over from? All I remember from Dinosaurs was not the baby, because that's like that was the catchphrase generator of that show. Oh my God! Speaking of, I know I'm pausing a lot. I'm sorry, everybody, but I gotta get my thoughts straight. So, if you've ever seen the last episode of Dinosaurs, that is some like seriously dark stuff. Just to end the suspense of the mystery there, for those who don't know, the last episode of the show is the comets coming to like hit Earth, and they know they're all gonna die. And I think it does hit. It starts getting cold, and they're all like huddled together for like warmth, trying to survive. And it just like slowly pulls out. You see all the ash falling everywhere, and that's the end of the show. They ended it with like all the dinosaurs dying and them suffering a horrible death. It's like, oh my God, it was screwed up. It's like that. I like dark things, but it's like that is impressive. I don't know how they got it through. It was either snow, which would happen eventually from like, you know, nuclear winter would happen like that anyway. It's either snow or ash. It was probably snow because it was getting very cold and they're trying to huddle together from warmth and they're just dying. Everyone knows they're gonna die. You know, they're trying to explain to the little baby, you know, the baby dinosaur and everything. It's like, this is How'd they get this past ABC at the time, you know? Way to go! Okay, so this is the trick. I couldn't remember what it was. I remember it was like, to do something like that. Alright, so time has come. Keep playing this or Viewtiful Joe 2.
A man wears a scar as a medal. Not to say I couldn't win unhurt.
Dude, I must have like so many medals coming my way.
Overcame the frightful power of Hulk.
People get tattoos, I collect scars.
The blueprint that had fallen into his hands was outlined the most terrible of plans. The Shadow, seeking to stretch their power to the
I guess we'll keep playing this then. I'll never play number 2.
The underwater city of Mu. Already.
Oh, forget that. We're gonna play number 2. I remember this upcoming level. I was like, oh, okay.
Had no choice but to abandon the search for
so I'm gonna save. I'll switch over because I really don't like the next level. It's a pain in the butt.
This is horrible. I can't even read this junk. Ready, Six Machine? Let's ride.
Oh no, I forgot about the stupid part. Save. All right. Stop the current emulation. Yes, we will. Let me update this here. Let's see. Edit. 2. We'll probably give it about an hour or so. We'll see. So, Viewtiful Joe 2. Give it a go. This one, speaking of like FMV games, I really want to get this one working right. Because it is like the best quality version you can get of Mad Dog McCree. But I don't think I've gotten it working just right with the emulator. I really need to sit down and troubleshoot this like crazy. Seems to be running better than before, though. I still got interlacing issues. Okay. I take that back. Yeah, so R will move it up and down.
It's in the air. It's an ill wind that blows no good. Mad dog.
Yeah, so I gotta figure out how to get that one working, because this would be like the best version of the game to play it. But we're going to do Viewtiful Joe 2.
Clover.
Oh, good old Clover. They are defunct. They are gone. So what replaced them? They basically went on after Capcom killed their studio and became Platinum Games. So, if I remember correctly, at the end of the first game, Viewtiful Joe won. Like, it was, the guy, like, Captain Blue was actually the bad guy. For whatever reasons, I can't remember.
Earth will soon find itself a victim once more. Oh, Red Hero, save us from the brink of extinction. If you can't do it, no one can.
Who? Me?
No, us.
Beautiful Joe 2! Beautiful Joe 2!
Alright, let's do this.
Beautiful Joe 2!
The 36 Chambers. Oh, that is awesome. That is a movie reference. 36 Chambers of Shaolin. Because, like, I must get revenge for, like, my village being wiped off the map by bandits. And then he spends, like, 10 years training in Kung Fu. It's, like, kind of a long time, but he develops, he goes through all the chambers and the different training techniques. And he ends up, like, using almost none of it in order to beat the guys. But it's a classic Kung Fu film. Where are the keys? Beautiful touch. This is a little bit different. Okay. Slow. Play speed. Zoom. Okay.
Our red hero, Viewtiful Joe, blazed through Movieland like a comet and defeated the hordes of formidable foes with his VFX power. Thanks to Joe's heroic sense of justice and boundless courage, our world is at peace again. But Joe's fight does not end here.
Hey, guess I remembered it wrong.
Next adventure is already about to begin.
Like I said, there's more to this story. There's 2 more times when Earth will be in danger, and each time a hero must stand up to defend it.
Looks like the party's about to begin any minute now. But you know, in the movies...
There always has to be a plot twist. That means that things always go wrong once before you get to the happy ending. Isn't that right, Joe?
That's my girl. This is where the story really starts getting interesting. Come on, partner. Lead us to... Beautiful Joe and Sylvia!
This game was also ported to PlayStation 2. But we're playing on the GameCube because Dolphin Emulator is freaking amazing.
I don't remember putting that in.
Except for right now, this is not great.
Fear me, you spineless vermin. I am the Black
And I can't skip it! Okay, there we go. It's like, yeah, we're not gonna listen to that skipping audio.
Joe, get up. This place is giving me the creeps.
Yeah. Whew. You never know who may drop by.
We've gone back to normal. Maybe there's something wrong with the V-Watch. Let's take a
The
look.
watch?
Sylvia, when the heck did you change your clothes?
Are you kidding? This is the movies. You can do anything you want. Why don't you give it a whirl?
You don't have to tell me. Go, Fat Hat! Shazam!
Let's roll!
Just like, I can't believe I'm dating you. My mother begged me to date that doctor down the street. Wow, it's a punch. There's a kick. It's all in the mind. Show you can. Oh no, kick to the face. Okay, I like the fact that she's got like a little punchy gun. That's pretty cool. It's unique. Because you didn't give her something special, it's just gonna be like, well, it's the same thing over and over. Who cares, you know?
You go, girl!
Okay, but she's like super weak. But she does have the longer range, so guess that kind of pays off. Hey Keiko, what's up, buddy? You all hyper. You going to bed? Oh, a tank. Nice. I'm like, yeah, let's get out of our armored death machine to fight this guy. You can just stay in there. I'm pretty sure you'll be able to kill me with it easier. Don't need to make this harder on yourself, really.
5 seconds earlier.
How's the analysis of the game coming along? Nothing, really, because I haven't gotten to it yet. I plan on doing it after stream tonight, and I still have to figure out everything, how it works, and what exactly we're trying to do, and other than just like look at the game, so it's gonna be a little trickier. But the plan is to go through and try it out tonight after this, so I will let you know. Oh, she's dancing. I mean, she's having fun with it. Yeah, I think I gave you the ROM. So, you know, I want to make sure it's like we're on the same page for that, so it's not like I'm looking at something completely different, like a different revision. So I think I gave that to you. I'm not sure. I gotta say, so far I'm not really impressed with this game. It's just like, it just feels like not as good as the first game. And I'm like still at the first level. Yeah, it's like, I'm actually like bored of this game already. This is like a new record. It's like, holy crap. 10 minutes. Less than 10 minutes. I'm like, really? This is impressive. She feels like a little bit lighter and floatier. Yeah, so Sylvia is like super weak. Not really a fan of her. Joe is still stronger. It's just, I don't really see a reason to play as her, to be honest. Hint. Yeah, this game's, yeah, it's shocking to me, actually. As I was thinking, like, okay, well, this just doesn't really feel like that great of a game, to be honest. I'm kind of surprised by it. Hey, Go, what's up, buddy? So if they put it together as a collection, sure, but so far, just the first level just doesn't feel as interesting as like the first game. It's just you play as Sylvia, and it's just she's got like slightly longer range. It feels like, but she's just so weak. There's no real point to playing as her. You can switch out back and forth. Like there's some kind of like puzzle that requires you to use both of them. I don't see a reason to play as her. You want to have like another character bring something to the party, like Donkey Kong Country. Donkey Kong Country 2, you know, you brought in Dixie, and she had the floating ability, like the flying, and that was really useful. It complemented nicely. They brought a new character and they added something to it. This one just doesn't seem like they really did much of anything. It's like it's a downgrade, really. What is hint? You're playing this game. Like, this one actually seems, you know, better, like, add another gun to her, make her kind of useful, hopefully. You up to, pretty kitty? Go. Well, that was dumb. Okay, trying to see if I can counter hit it or something. This is what she's useful for? So far, like, the biggest sin of this game is that it's boring. It's like the first level, like, first game had, like, more inspired design, really? This just feels like you're just like, okay, we'll run and fight two people who are extremely weak. You know, it's like, even like the first game, like, it took a while to kill enemies so you could string together combos and stuff, but everyone seems to be going down in like 2 hits or less. This feels like kind of uninspired to me. Like, well, the first game did alright, I guess we should make another one. Yeah, it's just... It's disappointing is what I should say here. It's like, I've never played it before till tonight, and I'm just like, I'm disappointed. First game is so much better. I recommend, if anybody has a choice to play this, or the first game, play the first game.
Go get your food.
Yeah, I've just kind of had enough. I'm tired anyway, so... Here's what we're gonna do instead. I'm tired of hungry, I've had a long day, so we're just gonna call the stream here right now, which is not a problem, of course, for me, but for you it will be. So sorry about that, everybody, but a lot of fun streaming. I do appreciate everybody hanging out. Nimix, Twallis, and of course anybody else who was lurking, and Carmen as well. I know that she was popped in from time to time. I always love having her and, you know, checking up on me and messing around. So I am going to be taking tomorrow off as usual. I will be back on Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you don't know when that is, just type that into Google and it'll tell you for wherever you are in the world. Also, check me out on Twitter at Wursel555. You don't have to follow or anything, but if you want to know what streams, what's coming up next, what game we'll be playing, which is actually Friday's going to be FMV Fridays. We're going to be playing some Double Switch, some Space Pirates for sure, some 3DO stuff, other games that involve basically actors. It's going to be a lot of fun. I love FMV games, so tune in for hilarity. If you're on the go, wear some earplugs. You're going to hear some fun stories and things like that, of course. That's the plan, at least. And of course, Nimix comes back right as I'm ending the stream, because I'm just like bored as hell with this game and I'm hungry. I need to eat on top of it. So yeah, so that's the plan. FMV Friday, usual time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we'll rock that out. We'll have some fun playing some cheesy games, and hopefully everyone enjoys it. So thanks for tuning in, and see you guys next time.